Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mike Blake, and welcome to Midday with Mike for this beautiful Wednesday. A little chilly, but hey, the sun is out on this Wednesday, April 15th, 2020. Again, we're hoping that you're coping as well as you can under the pandemic of COVID-19. On the show today, we're going to tell you about an amazing woman named Molly Elfrick. She's running for Holly's House. Jeff Head will stop by a little later, but we begin with our good friend, the administrator of Bethel Manor Nursing Home, Josh Bowman. Josh, thank you again for joining us. I know you've put some various things into place, some actions that you've had to take as a result of the pandemic. Tell us about those and how are things going?
Oh, yeah, I feel like we've never had more change than now, not just here at the nursing home, but really worldwide, So some of the biggest things that we've done to really protect our residents were implementing the visitor restrictions, and those are still ongoing. And that was something that we started early and then later were recommended by CMS to do that. We had to cancel like our communal dining. So like the big dining room, we're doing more in-room dining currently with that. And then also not having the big group activities, where you've got 4 or 5 people around a table playing bingo, spreading out more, doing more in-room, one-to-one activities or things that we're working on. Increasing sanitation rounds is a big thing, going and making sure that we're hitting all of those high-touch areas, the phones, the keypads, all the doorknobs, that kind of thing, to make sure that we're not spreading, any germs that way. And those are some of the biggest things that we've done to protect the residents. We're also screening our staff whenever they come in, checking their temperature, asking about respiratory symptoms. We've even started doing instead of we call them like random temperature checks, where we'll go around randomly in the shift and check a few people just to make sure, that nothing snuck through and that we didn't have any kind of temp spike during the shift. So lots of changes recently with all of that.
Of course, as we've known for many, many years, Bethel Manor gets top marks throughout every year. They're graded about quarterly. Josh, I know one of the important things about Bethel Manor, you really want your residents to have fun. Why is that so important, and how are you creating some fun during these times?
Yeah, that is one thing that we've had to really look at, that not only are we really focused on, preventing our residents from getting infected with COVID-19, but, we've had to have these visitor restrictions, had to restrict some of the group activities, those kind of things. And we're like, we still have to look at quality of life here. We still got to look at how are people enjoying life, and we've had changes, but we still got to do everything we can, even more so now than we ever have before, to make sure that people are still having fun, still having a good time, having, that meaning and purpose, So some of the stuff that we've done with that is increased our activity staffing, because we're doing a lot of one-to-one activities. So the staff are going around, they're kind of finding out what the residents like to do. Sometimes there's some self-led activities that we're giving people. Sometimes there's crafts that we're doing one-to-one. We've been doing some hallway bingo recently, so people sit at their door in the hallway, so we're still socially distanced and playing bingo and having fun that way too. So there's so many different ways that we've been able to find out to, have to explore to figure out how to bring this joy back,
Talking to Josh Bowman, and when we come back, more good answers from Josh. He, again, is with Bethel Manor Nursing Home. You're watching Midday with Mike, and we're coming back right after these messages.